Before we wrap up the show today, one of the things we like to do is share something we call our Whissel Widget of the Week. This is something we utilize in our business. It saves us time, makes us more money, or just helps us have more fun. What do you got for us, Bryan?
So this is a tool that we probably should have got a long time ago, but now with the improvement in technology, it makes it a lot more feasible financially and storage-wise. Every once in a while when we're photographing a property, we get there, and especially when it comes to evening shots, they might have no lights up in the windows, or the bottom story is really bright, and up top they have a single lamp in the master bedroom, and you're like, wow, it's really dark. And when I'm shooting it from the outside, it's really dark. We invested in these little lights. They're called the Glorious Light 50-watt LEDs. I think we got 6 of them, and they're little battery-powered LEDs, kind of like the big work lights that you see at Home Depot. But those are big, heavy. They can break. They're hot. But we got these little lights so that way we can put them in the rooms. So when we're photographing from outside, we'll get some true light from inside. They're pretty decent. Something we should have done a while ago, and something that's especially helpful. Even if you're doing an open house, and say you're doing an open house in a hoarder house, they're also battery powered, so that way you can walk around with them. I don't know, nice little lights. They're like $30 a piece, and put out a decent amount of light.
Cool. Mine, I was just at our lake house in Nashville that we short-term rent when we're not using it. And I realized how handy it is to have the right kind of smart TVs. There's obviously, most all TVs have some sort of smart connection built into them. Some have Google built in, some have Fire TV built in, and some have Roku, some have Apple. They all have different things built in. I've definitely become a fan of having the smart TVs that have Roku built in. And the reason for that is, one, all these platforms, you can connect all the streaming systems to them. But some people don't have streaming systems. Like, we assume, we're millennials, we assume everybody streams everything. Like, that's just, we assume is normal. But believe it or not, there's people who literally have never subscribed to a single streaming service in their entire life. So if they roll up to your Airbnb or short-term rental and go to load the TV, and they're like, what is this Hulu thing and Spotify? Like, what are all these different things? Like, they're overwhelmed. They don't know what to do, and your TV's useless to them. And most of the time, people with short-term rentals, you don't pay for like cable and stuff like that. But you have internet. Like, you pretty much have to have internet at your short-term rentals. Roku, what's cool is they actually have some live TV channels built into it that require no login, no streaming service or anything. It's just part of Roku's streaming service built in. So it's pretty cool to have, because I've used Fire Sticks for years and they don't have that. You have to have a YouTube TV or Hulu or something in order to have some TV. But with the Rokus, even if somebody doesn't log into a single streaming service, there's live TV built in. It's
like the old what do they call it? Rabbit ears? Yeah. They have like those, like the 8 channels or 6 channels.
Yeah, but it has a decent amount of channels. So if you have short-term rentals and you need to buy TVs, I would just strongly recommend you go with TVs that have Roku built into them. And then we have Rokus on every single one of the TVs in the house, so they're all using the same system. I've seen some people just buy like whatever the cheapest TVs are, but now you got like one is running on one system, another's running on that system. Like, it's confusing as hell for your clients or your guests that are staying there. So just go all Roku all the way through. And I think you'll be really happy, and your guests will be happy too, because they'll have TV no matter what, even if they have no streaming services to log into.
I was trying to see which TVs have that. Because
TCL is the one that we have, and they're very inexpensive.
Yeah.
So TCL is like a very cheap brand, but honestly, do you really care about picture quality at a short-term rental? Like, nobody cares anymore, and the quality is great. So TCLs, you're picking up these TVs for $200, $300, $400 a piece with Roku built into them. They're fantastic.
Yeah, it looks like it's on the lower end TVs, but again, perfect for short-term rentals.
Yeah, and somebody might like get thrown through a TV at some point. So you don't even want super expensive TVs. No. It's a waste of money in a short-term rental.
Easy.
Awesome. Well, hopefully you guys got a lot of value out of the show today. And if you have questions, you can always submit them thewhisselway.com. We love having questions. Give us some ideas of what you want to hear about so we can create the right kind of content on the show moving forward. Again, I'm Kyle Whissel with eXp Realty in San Diego.
I'm Bryan Kochi.
We'll see you next time.
Later.
Wait. Before you leave, I want to share some more tips and tricks that we're using in our business to take it to that next level. Just click right here. And don't forget to subscribe. Click right here.